Hi everyone, I'm Cosmin. Today on Dessertophilia I'm making a stunning lime mousse. It's creamy but also fresh and airy. To me, this is the kind of dessert you serve in a glass. I think the tanginess of limes goes very well with the creaminess of mascarpone. Just one thing though, when you make a mousse like this, it's important to leave the mascarpone at room temperature for at least an hour before you start working. That's because erythritol takes longer to dissolve than sugar and you're gonna have to put in more work. But I promise you, the result is well worth it. Also, if you have powdered erythritol, things will happen a lot faster. Anyway, I didn't have it, so I used regular erythritol and things worked out beautifully. Let me show you how to make it. Beat 320 milliliters of very cold whipping cream to a soft peak and put it in the fridge. Next, beat 250 grams of mascarpone at room temperature until you get some volume. And then start adding the erythritol. I'm using 150 grams and I'm adding it in 2 or 3 additions. Now is the time to be patient and just continue mixing, because erythritol really does take longer to dissolve than sugar, and that's exactly why I'm adding it in more additions. As soon as the erythritol has dissolved, it's time to add 90 grams of sour cream. I prefer to use full fat and I add it at room temperature. Then you're gonna need the zest of 2 organic limes. If you can't find organic limes, don't use the zest. You don't want all those pesticides and chemicals in your mousse. Mix the zest in and then you're ready for the next step, which is to juice 4 limes. Now it's time to juice those 4 limes I told you about. You can do this by hand or with an electric juicer. Just strain the juice before you add it to your mousse. Set the lime juice aside for now and start mixing in the whipped cream. As always, when you're making a fruit mousse, start with about 1/3 of your whipped cream. Then add the rest and continue mixing until you have a homogeneous mixture. Then switch to a silicone spatula to make sure everything is evenly mixed and add 160 milliliters of fresh lime juice. This is going to liquefy the mixture, but that's exactly what you want right now. Now pour the lime mousse directly into the glasses you want to serve it in. And now refrigerate the lime mousse for at least 2 hours before serving. I think a physalis goes very well with that light green and it adds a nice touch. But you can use any other fruit you like. And if you happen to have some water at the bottom of the glass, well, that's the mascarpone. At least you know you used natural mascarpone. Sometimes it does that. Let me know how this recipe turned out for you and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, Dessertophiles.